think Bosley does a good job of setting expectations kind of all the way through. I think that they've learned that because otherwise, we would all come back with a million questions. Bosley was great post-op. Actually, they have a thing where you get these written instructions and it's every day for like 10 days or 2 weeks after the procedure. It's like, okay, the first day after the procedure, here's what you need to do. This is, I think, an area where Bosley really sort of stood out for me, really both times around. They pretty much clearly laid it out and said, okay, here's what's going to happen. Here's what you need to do to make sure that you don't mess up your transplants. You have to be very careful about touching the top of your head. They give you a hat that you have to wear for a couple of days. Like the first time around, I couldn't touch the top of my head at all. For 14 days, don't touch the top of your head. Like, wear hats all the time. Don't let anything touch the top of your head. They were real careful about that. This time around, it was 7 days, and you actually can very gently touch the transplanted area from the very beginning. In fact, when you go in the next morning for the post-op review and they shampoo your hair and all that, they're touching the transplants, and then I was allowed to do that right away. So that was different. But you have to be very careful. You use a specific shampoo. You can't expose your scalp really to sun. They don't want you to sunburn your scalp at all. You can't engage in any real strenuous physical activity until you get the sutures removed, which is 10 days after the procedure. You just kind of have to take it easy, be careful. They have some specific medicated pads, like moisturizing pads that you put on your head a couple times a day for the first few days. So there are some specific things you need to do after the procedure.